Today, we're diving into a powerful hidden rule that explains why we get stuck in certain situations, from traffic jams to recurring arguments. It's a concept called Nash Equilibrium.
You know that feeling, right? That feeling of being totally trapped in some frustrating loop that just never seems to change no matter what you try. Well, it turns out there's actually a name for that. And to really get our heads around it, let's start with something millions of us deal with every single day: the unwinnable game of the daily commute.
Just picture it. It doesn't matter if you're in Mumbai during rush hour or stuck on a major highway anywhere else in the world. It's the same old story. A sea of brake lights, and you are going absolutely nowhere.
So here's the puzzle, right? Every route you could possibly take seems just as jammed as the one you're on. You can't just find some secret shortcut all by yourself. And the craziest part, even though every single person in that traffic jam hates it, we're all going to be back here tomorrow doing the exact same thing.
Which, leads to the obvious question. If this situation is so awful for everybody, why doesn't it ever change? Why doesn't somebody just make a smarter choice and find a better way to go?
Well, the answer is in this kind of hidden rule, an invisible logic that's actually running the whole show. And trust me, once you see it here, you are going to start seeing it everywhere.
And here's the core of it. You can't make your situation any better by being the only one to do something different. I mean, sure, you could swerve onto that side street that looks empty, but guess what? 1,000 other drivers just had the exact same idea, and now that route's jammed too.
And this is the real kicker. Your decision to just stay put in that awful traffic isn't irrational. It is, in fact, the most logical move you can make, based on the fact that every other driver is also making their best possible move. The whole system is perfectly and frustratingly balanced. And boom, that is the big idea right there, Nash Equilibrium. It's a stable trap, a situation where nobody can do better by making a different choice all by themselves. Since everyone's already playing their best hand, the entire game is just locked.
So when you look at it this way, everything changes. Your commute isn't just a bunch of random chaos. It's a massive multiplayer game. And yep, you are one of the players.
And the sources we're looking at put it perfectly. The commute is a massive multiplayer game stuck at a suboptimal equilibrium. Now that word suboptimal is key. It means a much better outcome is totally possible for everyone, but the way the game is set up, it prevents us from ever getting there. Okay, so let's take this idea out of the car and bring it inside the house. Because this isn't just about traffic patterns, not by a long shot. It's about our relationships too. Think about it. That one argument you keep having over and over, or that silent standoff about who's supposed to do which chores, a lot of the time, those are just stable patterns. They're equilibriums. Neither of you changes your approach because, given what the other person is doing, your current strategy feels like the best possible response. And this creates such a frustrating loop, doesn't it? You're sitting there thinking, well, if they're not going to budge, why should I? And at the exact same time, they're thinking the exact same thing about you. You're both completely locked in a standoff, each playing the best move you can, given the other person's move. So, this is the big question. If you find yourself stuck in one of these bad equilibriums, whether it's on the highway or in your living room, how do you actually get out? How do you break that cycle?
I mean, that's what matters, right? Because once you start seeing these patterns everywhere, it can feel a little bleak. Are we just trapped in these loops forever?
The answer, thankfully, is no. But the solution is simple and really powerful. You can't do it alone. The key is to coordinate. And there's a term for this. It's called coordinated deviation. Think of it as the secret escape hatch from a Nash equilibrium. It's that moment when the players, the drivers on the road, the partners in a relationship, all agree to change their strategies at the exact same time.
And here's how it works. It's actually a pretty simple two-step process. First, you have to communicate. You've got to agree on a new, better way of doing things. And second, and this part is absolutely crucial, you have to change your behavior together, simultaneously. One person changing on their own just isn't going to cut it. So really, here's the one thing to take away from all of this. When you feel stuck in a bad equilibrium, trying to change your own move by yourself is usually pointless. The only real way to win is to work with the other players to change the rules of the game itself. Which leaves me with one last thought for you. Now that you have this new lens, take a look at your own life. What unwinnable game are you stuck playing, and who do you need to coordinate with to start playing a better one?